Ready to roll? All right, first off, Coach, talk about this football team. Obviously made it to the sectional championship game last year. How do you build off that for this season?
Well, a highlight was the Huntington North game, and I think we kind of catapulted from there. Played Snyder for the second time. Snyder's a great team, a great program every year. We're close to them both games we played, and we were tight until the end of the fourth quarter, and then they just pulled it out. So I think the kids know how close we were to go to the next level. They worked harder than ever. My fourth year there, they worked extremely hard this summer. Some seniors really stepped up leadership-wise. And the bottom line, though, is we have our skill kids coming back that played injured or were injured and got a lot of playing time as juniors. So that's a big plus for us.
Tell me about Greg Johnson. I kind of follow all the recruiting websites. Sounds like he's really been doing a great job in camps and things this summer. What makes him special? And I know he got dinged up last year, and that was a big hit for you guys.
Oh, yeah. What makes him special is he's really fast. But I tell you what, he's a great young man. That's what's really fun. Just a great young man, but he has some very good skills. He'll probably be a cornerback in college, but since he's such a great athlete, he's our quarterback also. But he was dinged up. I think he only barely played half the games last year, and some of those games he played hurt. But great leader, great role model. So those are the kind of kids you want on your squad.
Taking a look at you, looks like you guys had a rise at the second half of the season. Some of the teams in the SAC are taking some hits. I mean, you feel like this is like a good time to strike for Southside football.
Yeah, I think so. You never really know before the season starts. You hear all this, and talk is cheap, but we'll find out. Like I said, we got some good skill guys going back. We got a defensive line that 3 of the 4 are returning, and then our DBs with injuries last year. I have 5 starters for 4 spots, so it's kind of nice with some. Well, it seems like depth, but it really isn't. We'll see if we can stay injury-free.
Thanks. Appreciate it very much, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
Is Rick? All right. First off, got to get you to spell your first and last name for me, and then tell me your position and what class you are in.
My first name, Thaddeus, Thaddeus, Hill, Hill. I'm in at 12. I play running back and outside linebacker.
All right, Thaddeus. First off, just tell me about, second half of last season, Southside had a really great run, especially in the playoffs, made it to the sectional championship game. How do you build off that for this year?
Well, we just take what we did have, what we learned well that we could take on, and into this year we have a lot more talent and a lot more hard work and dedication. Working hard not to get injuries, that's going to hurt us a lot, so we're definitely in the weight room just working hard and just work hard. That's all we really can do, and hope that we succeed to what we pretend to do.
Coach was really high on the skill position players. Is that where you see as one of the strengths, and how do you take advantage of that and keep it rolling?
Definitely. If it's one thing we do have is skill players. Every position there's another name that you may know, and we just use them to build on our linemen, help them motivate them more, help us out more, our skill players, and just keep on going.
When you take a look at this conference, it's tough every week. But you're looking at Dwenger, they lost some good players. Snyder lost a bunch of great players. Lures did as well. Is this kind of the season where you say, hey, it's time to strike?
I would definitely say this is definitely, if not the best season to go to state. That's where we really see ourselves going, because we got everybody back. We got experienced players. We haven't really lost nobody. So to have everybody and have the whole team basically from last year is a great advantage. Definitely a good advantage.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just look out for Southside.
Right, look out for Southside. Let clinical stuff.
Right,
everybody keeps telling me about. It's like $9.
No, I get the shore for men, It works good.
Raise your hand if you're sure. Ready to rock and roll?
All right, let's do this.
All right. First off, spell me your first and last name, your position, and what class you're in.
Theo Corson-Carr, TheoCoursen-Carr. I play center and linebacker, and I'll be a senior next year.
All right. Tell me about this football team, because second half of the season, you guys played great, made it to the sectional championship game. How do you roll that over to this year, keep it going?
Well, the team last year at the end, really started coming together good and stuff, and we got a lot of great guys back this year. Our backfield, I think, in my mind, one of the best backfields in the SAC, if not Northern Indiana. Greg Johnson, great quarterback, TJ Hill, John Easley, all those guys. The defensive line, three returning starters out of 4, so, great job there. Octavius Sanders, 2-time All-SAC selection, so a lot of good guys coming back.
When you take a look at the SAC, the Dwengers, the Snyders, the Lures are up there every year. They lost a lot of guys, and you guys returned a lot of guys. Is this the year you feel like Southside can really make a push for that conference?
Well, I feel every year, with maybe the exception of one, that we're always up there and ready to go, you know, compete for the bell, but we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit. But I mean, you know, we're close to Snyder each year. We were close to Dwenger for most of the game last year. So, you know, this year I think this is the year to do it. So.
What's going to be the biggest key for the Archers here in 2009?
Offensive line and scoring touchdowns. You know, we got to come out the gate good. You know, first part of the season is tough, but you know, get going, get some wins early, you know, against the tough teams, and put us in first place. So.
All right, man. That's it. Appreciate it.